Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram is at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today, this is Trending Topics with Anonymous Tea for Sunday, July 27th, 2025. So we are talking first, this is all music edition, by the way. We're talking Keith Sweat first. So Keith Sweat closed out his birthday with the Caucasian gentleman that I believe was on a cruise ship that went viral, that was singing Nobody. So brought him out to close out his show and everything else. So that was that. Ray J, y'all, it is on Cam Newton's show talking about Whitney Houston. And I just need to know, okay, who is in charge of the Whitney Houston estate at this point? Who's in charge? Because I just feel like everybody needs a gag order at this point. Everybody needs a gag order because now Ray J all of a sudden is talking about how him and Whitney Houston, now we know this because it was before social media. Those of us who knew that y'all were together, right? However, what was weird was a couple of things. One, you basically confirming the extent of your relationship of y'all were supposed to go public at Clive Davis's, annual shindig that he does for the Grammys, but you kind of put yourself at the scene, right? Kind of confirm when Whitney Houston, like the timelines. The timeline and the timelining of it, Ray J, I don't think this was a good idea, right? Because people have suspicions about you, is all I'm going to say. Now, what was weird also was him basically saying he took a liking to Whitney Houston was because Brandy was a huge fan of Whitney Houston and was obsessed with her, and that was her idol and everything else. And you took a liking. Now, there's one thing if you want to like her because your sister, but you took it to another level. Like, I'm just confused because Brandy and Whitney, child, there's a lot I want to say, and there's a lot I'm holding back because I just do not feel this was I don't feel anything about the segment on Whitney Houston and Cam Newton's interview was appropriate. I just do not. And I just feel like it was tasteless. I feel like it was disrespectful, and it was inappropriate, and it was unnecessary. So, nonetheless, we talked Beyonce, y'all. And she closed out the Cowboy Carter tour. And she had Shabuzi come out in Vegas. She had Jay-Z come out in Vegas. Oh, and she had Destiny's Child. She had Destiny's Child. Can I campaign to Beyonce to scrap Act 3 and just do a reunion tour with Destiny's Child? Like, do you know the millions of dollars that you are leaving on the table by trying to move forward with this rock album? No. We want a Destiny's Child reunion. That's all we want, right? So they come out, they perform Lose My Breath and I believe Bootylicious. Didn't see anything from the clips like for Survivor or anything else. They were incorporating Beyonce's songs into the set, and then it just kind of ended. And I was like, okay. But nonetheless, it was nice to see them. Because I had some relatives that went to the Atlanta show and the Houston show where the truck had malfunctioned. So I have to find out, from them how they feel about this Vegas show. Basically, Beyonce bringing everybody out for this show and everything else. I feel like Atlanta and Paris and Vegas kind of got the best Beyonce shows because she brought people out for those. However, I feel like LA and a lot of these other places kind of like, no. So I guess now y'all know, if y'all go to a Beyonce concert in the future, probably don't circle Houston. And I know the logic, right? Beyonce's from Houston. She's going to bring people out. No, not quite. Paris, if Paris is on the schedule, more than likely than not, Jay-Z's going to be out there, and possibly Miley Cyrus, possibly anybody, right? This overseas is going to be out. You're probably a safe bet there. Vegas, probably a safe bet there, right? Or if it's a date that's the last date on the show, right? Probably a safe bet. If she's doing multiple cities, probably choose the city that is the last date on the show. Just FYI, you guys. FYI. So also I wanted to talk about as well is there's a rumor going around that R. Kelly did a tribute song to the late Malcolm Jamal Warner, and I had listened to it, you guys, and it sounds like R. Kelly, but it doesn't sound like the R. Kelly from the prison call that we heard from his residuals. Now, that for sure sounded like R. Kelly. This sounds like R. Kelly, but I think it's due to the level of the production of it and everything else. And there's like a choir at the end. Now, certainly that could be added in and mixed into the song. I have no issues there. But I think due to the quality and how crystal clear it was is where I'm skeptical, unless there is a studio in R. Kelly's in his cell right now. Like, unless there is a studio in R. Kelly's cell right now, that's where it's like, okay, right? But if it is R. Kelly, it's a well put together song. It is very well written for somebody who allegedly cannot write or read. It sounds great. It's a great tribute. However, it's crazy, man, how, you know, there's so many good people that we lose for untimely deaths and stuff. So, but he was saying in the song that he never knew Malcolm Jamal Warner, but considered him a brother and taught men how to be kings and everything else and inspired him. And I was like, whoa, wait, R. Kelly, wait, let's pump the brakes, because, and then the lyrics were like, and I'm sitting here and I heard somebody say Malcolm's gone in the yard, and I'm here in prison, and I'm just thinking of all the great things that you did, and you weren't seeking fame, you were seeking life and everything else. And for me, it's beautiful lyrics. Just the circumstances of all of this is just crazy, man. It's just absolutely crazy. But yeah, from a music perspective, it sounds incredible. It sounds incredible. Like I said, the production, the mixing, everything, the track, like everything sounds on point. I just don't know how you got that level of sound quality, considering the sound quality that we had. Now, I understand when the residuals challenge was taped, that was R. Kelly on the phone with somebody. That was somebody on the actual prison call with R. Kelly, and he just did it. He just did it off the rip. But I'm trying to figure out how this sounded so clear. I mean, is he in solitary confinement? Like, I just need to understand, is there a studio at R. Kelly's cell? It's just my only question, right? But I guess nonetheless, that is a mystery for another day, and we will have to continue to figure that out. So, so there is that. But if you guys are interested, there is I believe the song is called, where did I go? I'm even trying to like figure it out. Yeah, it's called R. Kelly and Malcolm Jamal Warner, is how they're titling it, and it has like a lot of views. I think it has like 40,000 views. I think people are unsure. People can't tell. And then there's some people. If you're an R. Kelly fan, they're just like, without a shadow of doubt, best songwriter of all time. Da 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 da. The king of R&B. Da 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 da. But like, they do not want to hear no ChatGPT nonsense. They don't want to hear that this is AI generated nonsense or whatever else. However, like I said, I just have some questions about the production and everything else, as far as how did y'all get that so clear compared to the residual song? Is my only like, is it or is it not R. Kelly? However, the lyrics are on point. They're very nice. Very beautiful tribute to Malcolm Jamal Warner either way. So there's that. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.